Okay, so you know you're having like a really lovely day at work, well, as lovely as you can have anyway, all the customers being lovely, everything's gone without a hitch, you start to think something isn't right. And then one of these customers comes in. I really hope I'm not going to get sacked for this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be something completely different, but I had to think of something last minute simply because today is actually a 1 year anniversary of my graduation. So I was going to do like a video about how my life has been since I graduated, but then I realised I haven't really done a lot since. That's really depressed me now. So what is one thing I am doing since leaving university? And that is I still work in retail. Yay! I was getting myself more and more depressed the more I do this video, to be honest. But anyway, so I decided instead today's video is going to be another list type video. Now list type videos are normally quite popular. My last one was quite serious, it's to do with anxiety. So I thought I would do a more upbeat one this time. It's to do with retail workers. And today's video is going to be 10 things you should never say to someone who works in retail. Now this is going to be mostly to do with supermarket workers because I work at a supermarket, but hopefully some of these you'll be able to relate to even if you just work in a normal shop. So without further ado, let's begin. So number one is please do not blame us if the tills break, if the tills go really slowly, or if there's actually a feature on a self-scan, for example, that you just personally don't like and don't agree with. Now my main role in my job is I'm a self-scan attendant, so you can guarantee that a lot of customers are going to get angry with the self-scans when they go wrong. I do get quite a lot of abuse for it. I had this customer come through, add like an extra 10p to his shopping because he accidentally put through 2 more 5p bags, because in the UK they have to pay 5p for bag for life. They used to say stuff like, oh, why can't you change it? Why can't you do anything? Basically it's the computer at the end of the day. Same with tills. Tills are normally computers. It's not our fault if they go wrong. It's technology. Sometimes it breaks, sometimes it goes wrong. A lot of times we're out of our control. We can't do anything about it. I didn't install the operating system. I didn't put it on there. So please stop blaming me and other people working on self-scan. If you have a complaint about like a new feature at a shop you don't like, then go to head office, because I can almost guarantee head office are people who made the decision, not us. Number 2 is one that I get a lot and really doesn't bother me. I don't know about you guys, but me personally don't see what the big deal is, and that is when people mention rival companies. For example, people often come into Sainsbury's where I work, having a laugh with them, or we're having a laugh with their partner or whatever at checkout, and all of a sudden they'll say, oh, I need to go to Tesco, oh, I got this from Tesco, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to swear. And it's like, I don't care. Like, you can mention Tesco, Retros, Aldi, any other rival company you like in my presence. I'm not going to be upset with you. I'm not going to have a go at you. In actual fact, I know I probably shouldn't say this in this video, but I actually do like Tesco's because Tesco's is cheap, it's got good products. So I really don't care if you mention a rival company in my presence. Number 3 is when customers think they're funny by cracking the same joke we hear all the time. I can always guarantee you to now, if we get somebody hasn't got a barcode on it or we can't scan it for whatever reason, saying to us, oh, it must be free then, it's a joke we hear all the time. So please stop saying it. Another one that I often hear, which you may not hear as much because you only really hear this joke if you work in a store that sells age-restricted products. That's when someone comes to buy alcohol, who's clearly over the age of 18 or 21 if it's 21 in your country, and then they make the joke of, oh, do you need to ID me? And it's like, no, but if I turn around and say, no, you're fine, I'm always worried that they're going to get offended and then they're going to have a go at me. So I'm just kind of like, do I make a joke of this? Do I laugh it off? Do I say no? Do I ID them to humour them? Like, what do I do? So number 4 is another one, which is kind of a do thing as well as a say thing. When you finish transaction, you open up the till and they say, oh, I've still got 50p or I've got 20p if that's any help. If I haven't opened up the till yet, then fine, then yes, give me your loose change. But if I've opened up the till, because I'm so bad at maths, please don't do this to me, because then I get so confused. Actually, I've had a really embarrassing moment where I actually ended up having a maths lesson from this customer, and it was really embarrassing. So like, well, you do this, you do that, and he comes to this, and it's like, oh my god, and then everyone's looking at me like, if you already have a till open, please do not give us any more loose change. The other thing is, please do not give us all the money in loose change. This is like 10, 11 pounds maybe, that's fine. But please do not give us like 40, 50 quid in loose change. This happened to me very recently, made people waiting even longer because I had to count all this loose change, came to about 40 quid in the end, and the customer just sat there and smiled at me, and it really, really wound me up. So please do not do that either. Okay, so number 5 is more of a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it bothers anyone else really, but when you're clearly about to go home or you're about to come in, still got your bag on, so you clearly haven't actually started your shift yet, and people will still approach you and ask you questions. I understand if there's like no one else around or I'm not the first person you've seen in uniform and you're desperate to find out something, fair enough. Like, I always try to be very polite regardless, because at the end of the day, like, I am a nice person. I don't like being rude to anyone, but it is very frustrating. You're trying to go home or even trying to go on your break and people are stopping you for questions. Also, I've had it before where I've been clearly going home, so I had my bag on and I was in self-scan line, so I was about to buy some food, and then somebody pushed in front of me who was behind me to get to a machine first. It was really busy, so I had to wait even longer for a machine, and I was just like, somebody clearly has a bag on, is in the queue for self-scan, or even has like food in their hands, they're clearly about to buy something. Don't push in front of them just because it hadn't been the same uniform as the shop you're in, because, you know, we're human beings too. We do finish our shifts, we do like to get food for our breaks and stuff, so, you know, let's go, please. Number 6 is another one which doesn't really annoy me but more scares me. That's when mums or dads tell their kids they're misbehaving, that the lady will tell them off. I don't want to tell anyone's kids off. Please don't use me as a weapon against your child. I always have people give me things they're going to get their child because their child's misbehaving. I had to put it back. The amount of death glares and children I've made cry just from their parents doing that, I'm really, really ashamed to admit. Also, this is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, but please do not leave your children with us either. I had someone the other day who had to go out and grab something, so she left her kid with me and was like, can you make sure she doesn't climb out of the trolley? And I was like, whoa. It was like really, really busy on self-scan that day. I was in charge of 8 machines. Suddenly I was in charge of a 1-year-old as well, and I was like, I did not sign up for this. That was a very scary experience for me, so please do not leave your children with me either. Number 7 is when people have a go at us when the queues are long, and also if they're really impatient and try and force us to do something we're not actually trained to do. For example, when we're really short staffed at my store, there's just not enough checkouts open. As hard as supervisors try, they cannot always get queue buses to come along. People just don't want to go until. And obviously, as I'm on self-scan most of the time, I'm the first person in the store that they will see. So they always come straight to me and have a massive go at me when the queues are really long. It's like, it's not my fault, it's not anyone else's fault. We are trying our best, but please don't have a go at us for that. And also, I'm not trained to go on a desk. I'm not trained to do refunds or exchanges or anything. Yeah, I don't really do a lot of work, let's be honest, but I'm not trained to do refunds or anything. So how I had a woman who's really, really impatient. There was no one at the desk because I think the supervisor was really, really busy with other customers, and this person got really impatient, so they came up to me and was like, right, I want you to do this refund for me right now, I've got to go to work. And luckily, just before I could turn around and say I can't do it, I'm not trained, because I cannot even imagine the abuse I probably would have got if I'd said that. The supervisor came back and I was like, oh, he's at the desk now, you can go over there and have your refund, so please don't have a go at me. For anyone else who turns around and says, I'm really sorry, but I'm not actually trained to do that for you. So number 8 is if somebody turns around and says, I'm taking my business elsewhere, and they've been nothing but rude or abusive to you. I promise you now, this is literally music to our ears. We do not miss you, because so many people will come into our store who are so lovely, so friendly. And those are people who never say that, because if somebody turned around and said that to me, who's always really, really lovely, I would miss them. If somebody turns around and says that to you, I promise you now, you're not important. We will not miss you if you say that to us. So if you want to take your business elsewhere, that's your choice. But if you're rude or abusive, we will not care if you leave. So that one was a little bit, I'm sorry, I just really used to rant about that. Number 9 is leaving a mess for someone else to clean up, so it's not your job to clean it up, or just basically making us do a job for you because it's what we're asked to do. And what I mean by that is, for example, as I said earlier, I'm a self-scan attendant. I've had people come through in the past before who have basically said to me, you do my shopping for me because it's your job to do it. As someone said it to me very recently actually, and this still winds me up thinking about it. I do get a lot of people come through who are really lovely, really polite, mostly elderly people who don't know how to use self-scan machines, lovely and polite, ask me to do shopping for them, absolutely fine, I don't mind doing that at all. If you're lovely and polite to me and ask me nicely, that's absolutely fine, of course I'll do your shopping for you. If you are one of these people who believes that self-scan is our job to do it, you just have to hope that if you do say it to someone, you get someone like me who will be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do it for you, rather than someone who's like, it is self-scan, do it yourself. Number 10 is the most obvious one, is just don't be a You gain a reputation for being rude and abusive to staff, and almost guarantee you either won't get served or you just will get banned from the store completely, and it's really not worth it, because at the end of the day, us retail workers, we're not stupid, we do have ambition in life, we do have lives, we are human beings, we have feelings. You have no idea how that person might be feeling that day, so if you come in and have a go at one of us, it could tip one of us over the edge. Please be kind to people in retail, and the customer's really sweet to us, it actually does make our day, so please treat us like human beings. I'm not saying that everyone watching this is an absolute dickhead to people in retail. I like to think most of you are really lovely to people in retail, or you work in retail yourselves, you know how it feels. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more videos, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and of course press the bell button down below to be notified all weekly uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.